I fit the intercooler in the front, and there's a really wide intercooler. As you can see, it's a big intercooler. I welded this bar on the top to reinforce, as doesn't gonna have crash bar, this is gonna reinforce the chassis legs. And I fit all the coolant hoses. I fit as pretty much original from the Arosa. I have to modify this pipe only. I just have to extend all the way to the front. I did a bypass on this back pipe here because it doesn't want any heatings inside the car, and that's pretty much it. And what else I need to do now? I need to make the exhaust manifold, but I can do not make the manifold without the turbo, so I have to wait until the turbo arrive for me to locate where the turbo is going to be, then make a manifold for it. Same thing is gonna happen with intercooler pipes, and it's not gonna be this intake manifold, it's gonna be a different one. Yes guys, gonna load the car on the ground, hold the battery inside the car somewhere, and gonna take to the garage because I'm gonna have to do the wheel alignment, and we go from there. Yes, this command. So yes guys, let's lower the car and get on with it. Back at the garage. We've been taking some wires off, a lot of wires, a lot of work. So basically what happens, customer come in, where is it? It run away. The customer come in, start to take the dashboard, and they saw all the wires and said, oh, I want to cut all of these wires, and start to cut all of the wires. And when they came over to the car, I said, come on man, don't do that. I was upset, and I told him I'm not going to help you doing that, but on the end I'm going to have to, because it's kind of my responsibility to get the car back to work and everything. Car starts, but struggling to start. I think it's some of the earth cables is off and everything. But yeah, a lot of work I've been trying to do with him. I already done the wheel alignment. The wheels are straight now. So we located the battery inside of the car on this tray. Some of this wire goes back to the fuel pump. I don't think this bigger one goes back to the fuel pump, but he said to me it goes to the fuel pump. So yeah, the plan is gonna be wrap up all of that wires there. Yeah, take the scrap away, but I think I'll just take the wires I don't want off there, the ones for the doors, central locks, airbags and things like that. But now I need to wrap the wires on the way so I can start the car, make sure everything runs properly, and then wrap the wires finally and chuck them into a place you can't really see. And what else I've done so far? I haven't done it. I've done exhaust manifold. I've done the exhaust manifold. I'll show you the exhaust manifold. I'll show you the exhaust manifold. Yeah, that is the exhaust manifold. I made it for it. I made this exhaust manifold. So as you can imagine, where's all the turbs gonna sit. Let's see if I can. Oh, it doesn't have the bolts, but this is gonna be located like that on the Arosa. My welds, not the prettiest ones on the world, but it's gonna do the job, and I still need to weld that bit there. So yeah, it's not the prettiest weld on the world, but it does the job. That's what we need to do, is do the job. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. Just a quick update on the Arosa. I'll get on with the wires, and I'll let you guys know how we're getting on with it. Manifold, the exhaust manifold for the Arosa, as you guys can see, is all welded up. Welded the flange in place as well. There is a turbo for it. It's from Skillaturbos as well. It's exactly the same as on my car. So now we're gonna fit the manifold and fit the turbo and see what's look like. Hey Bale, faz bico para ver como é que eu fico. Vou meter isto no vídeo, cara. So, fitted the manifold and I fitted the turbo where it wants to be, where I want the turbo to be, and let me see if I can give you an idea. So, when the bonnet comes down, it's gonna come down probably like that, and half of the turbo is gonna be outside of the bonnet, because the bonnet, it comes down here. Fuel level we made on the way, this thing is outside of the bonnet, so it's going to be a drag car only. That's the purpose for this. You can see probably upside down, it's saying drag, but this turbo there is exactly the same as the one I have on my drag car. So probably I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with this, if I find a different cap to go on, or if I turn it down, probably it's not working, because it's still gonna hit here. Ideally this is on 45 degrees, but now it's too late to go back, and I'll make a pipe go over here and comes down here to fit on the intercooler. Then we'll come down on the other side and under the headlight and goes through the manifold, the intake manifold. It's not going to be this intake manifold, it's going to be a different one, but this one is just to give me an idea where it's going to sit at. So it's a fair gap between the manifold and the exhaust manifold, intake manifold, between the exhaust manifold. So I'm probably going to have to wrap the exhaust manifold as well, so to keep the heat inside, not exposed from outside. The exhaust is going to be the trickiest bit. Don't know if it's going to come on the wing here, or gonna have to make a bend go over to the other side, but don't know really, because this here is part of the chassis of the car. I don't really want to cut it, but I think it's gonna be the easiest option. Turn this side and pointing out of the door, or you're gonna have to come this end comes up here like the one I have on mine, but it's gonna be too many vents, and the shorter is the bend is the better. So yeah, let's get on and do some. I need to do the feed pipe, and I need to make the return line as well, the cooler pipes, and do some testing.